What's up, y'all? Marshall Couture here, also known as Plex, and here's day number 59 and 60 of making comics for 30 minutes or more a day for 100 days. Um, yeah, I'm counting yesterday as working on comics because my buddy Lyriz, or also known as Shannon Owens, and I, the guy who wrote the Travelers comic, um, he came up with another idea yesterday, and he pitched it to me, and I thought it was pretty cool. So we kind of had a Skype session. Went for like an hour more or less, and we were kind of working out the details of that. It kind of took up the time that I would be actually working on the Travelers, which is okay. But we were working that kind of stuff out, and I think I'm gonna count that as comic work. So we got another comic on deck, but right now I'm focusing on Travelers, and I'll probably go to Resident Aliens too as we go along with this as well. So, yeah, 2 days in the hopper. Or, I don't think that really works as a metaphor. But, um, but anyways, the thing I wanted to talk about today was, like I said in the last video, I kind of took a break because I've been kind of burnt out. And I'm still kind of burnt out sometimes, as I think about it. There's kind of this lingering feeling of just frustration, like I'm not moving forward even though I'm doing a lot of work. And as much as I do this stuff for free and would love to just do it for free, I also have pressures, financially, and I don't know. It would just, when I have gotten paid for art and all that stuff, it's always felt really good, and I'm not trying to get rich off the thing, but I think, I would like to make a living. I really would, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I was just thinking about, I don't know, how I would, I don't know, there's a lot of things that are encouraging me to continue going. One is, I don't talk about it a lot on this thing, but, faith is a big part of my life. I believe in God and stuff, and Jesus Christ and the Bible and all that stuff. And, I just kind of feel like, it's just like all of us artists. It's kind of what I was put here to do is do this art and music and stuff. Not like a weird, like, thou has said, the prophet has come down from the mountain, thou shalt make comics, or anything like that. But I think, we all have a natural way about us, things that we naturally are good at, or just have a desire to do. You kind of see it when you're a kid or something. Sometimes you see certain things, and it's like, it's funny. I'm, maybe my son or daughter is really into this or that, more than the average kid, and that's kind of how it was with me in art and music and stuff. But and there might be other things, like I know a family member of mine they really knew they wanted to be a teacher from a young age. They just loved the idea of that, and they grew up and became a teacher, and they're doing what they're, I feel like, meant to do. And a lot of people have those things. Some people don't find that, or maybe they get distracted by other things or whatever. But so that just encourages me. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and be like, I have been sent from God to make comics or anything like that. But I do feel like it's a talent that I've been given, and I want to be a good, steward of that. I want to, take that responsibility. I feel like I have a responsibility to at least try my best to use the gifts I've been I feel like I've been given. Not that I'm super talented more than anybody else either, you know, it's something I have to develop, but I have like a desire to do it that is a little more than, you know, your average Joe. You know, not any of you people, because you guys all have the same desire, but, you know, people I go to work and people I see, you know, on the streets or whatever, you know. So anyway, so that's one thing that encourages me to keep on going. And then also something that is helping me that I just actually was thinking about today is trying to get more into collaborating. And not taking on the whole thing. Like, I always think of Glyph, you know, that's the thing. Like, I'm gonna do all the art and the writing and this and that, and like everything from the beginning to end, I'm gonna do it. That's great and all, but comics is such a hard thing to do that with, because there's so much that goes into it, and I'm still new. If I was a little more seasoned, it would be a little easier. And obviously some people have made some really great stuff, just being like the lone creator. You know, I think of like Frank Miller or something doing Sin City or something, or, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of people, like, was it Jeff Smith that did Bone or something like that, and, you know, there's a lot of creators who have done that, but, you know, sometimes it takes like a big focus just to focus on that one thing, and sometimes that's a good thing. But for me, I tend to be somebody who wants to do a lot of different things. So what I end up doing though is trying to do it all. You know, I do even my music, my CDs. I like do the album art, the beats, I write the rhymes, I do the recording, I do the mixing and mastering, and, you know, the publishing and getting it all printed, and you know, trying to get it on different sites and get the promote it. And I mean, it just takes a lot out of you, you know. So, you know, I've been thinking about, you know, I got Lirs is writing these books, you know, these are kind of my main thing now, you know. The one with Jamie Gamble, you know, he's writing that. You know, I'm going to try to just focus on things like that. I got some other projects I'm working on with other people, and, you know, with music, like, I'm going to try to just do one part of that, you know, like do the rapping or whatever, because that's, you know, what's easiest to me, and not try to take on all the production work and stuff. Try to get other people to do that, and, you know, collaborate with people. And I have opportunities to do that. Why not do it? Why try to keep doing this myself? The other thing too is the idea of getting it published through another company or something like that. Like, you know, maybe when we're done with the Travelers comic, maybe we'll first start to try to pitch it to a few indie, you know, companies. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just put it out ourselves. But it's an option, and maybe it will make life easier to do something like that. With music and stuff, maybe I should try to put it out on another label or something. You know, I don't know. But, and I mean, I'll always do stuff independently as well. But there's that, you know. Also, there's this idea, The Richest Man in Babylon. I read that book a million years ago. Well, you know, when I was younger. And, you know, I always, you know, tried to take some of those things and use them. Like, basically the idea is to take the money you have or whatever and invest it, and that money will work for you, type of thing. I mean, there's other ideas in that book, but that's kind of one of the basic things of it. So I always thought of that as money, and I'm like, how do I do that? You know, I don't want to become like this bank investor or something. Like, I don't know anything about that, or I'm not interested in that, you know. Or like, there's other ways you can do it, but it seems like the return is really small, you know. Even if you put your stuff in a savings account, the return is so small. I mean, I don't know, I should probably be doing that more, but, you know, but it doesn't necessarily have to be just money, you know. You know, invest your work, even if you're kind of putting some things down for free. And I'm not talking about, you know, working, you know, like doing a freelance illustration work or something for free or whatever. You know, I'm not down with that, but I'm talking about more about the collaboration idea, you know, and trying to do a few things that, you know, you're helping somebody out and they're helping you out. And, I think there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's, you structure it in a way that everybody's getting a good, a fair deal out of the situation. So, just putting the stuff out there and seeing if that investment will kind of feed on itself, like, continue to, increase itself. Just put the stuff out into the world in a few different ways, and see if you can get some traction that way. So, yeah, I don't know. That's the stuff I've been thinking about as far as doing all this stuff today. So, hopefully that's something that's interesting and encouraging to you guys. And I keep forgetting to look at the actual camera hole. I got to get better at that. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. This is a little bit of a long one, but I had something to say. So, that's what's going on. And I did one page today, and I'll be working on more tomorrow. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.